if you enter the United States without inspection and you get married to a United States citizen, there's 4 possibilities of getting a green card. One is your spouse files a visa petition for you, gets it approved. You then file a provisional waiver. Provisional waiver is based on hardship to your spouse, that your spouse would suffer an extreme and unusual hardship if you and your spouse were separated. Once that waiver is approved, you are free to go home, pick up your green card, and return, usually for a few weeks. What is a waiver? People always say, what's a waiver? Waivers, you're requesting forgiveness from the government for living undocumented in the United States of America. You get that forgiveness, that waiver, you go home, you come back. Option 2, which may be open to some people, is if your spouse or a close family member is in the military or former military, you can apply for something called parole in place. Parole in place is basically a fake document that the U.S. government gives you to say you made a legal entry in the U.S. when you never did. And they just give it to people who are in active military, former military, who are close relatives. Close relative would be parent, spouse, child. That is it. Third possibility would be your 245I. 245I means that you're grandfathered under the old immigration laws. The old immigration laws that passed under Clinton said that if you had an application filed or you were derivative of an application filed before April 30th, 2001, you were physically present in the United States on December 21st, 2000, you can adjust your status in the United States, pay a penalty fee. Or if you had anything filed in the system other than an amnesty case or an immediate relative case by a parent before January 14th, 1998, means that you had something filed that was bona fide, or you were derivative on something that was filed that was bona fide before January 14th, 1998, then you can adjust your status no matter when you physically came here. But that's for people who had something filed way, way back in the day. And lastly, if you are an arriving alien, you can adjust your status. What's an arriving alien? Arriving alien is someone who is caught at the border and is paroled into the United States to apply for asylum and is either in removal or in the process of applying for asylum. Then they fall in love in the United States, get married. You don't have to go through the judge. You can file an adjustment in the United States because you are considered an arriving alien. That's the law. Those are the 4 ways if you entered without inspection, although arriving alien may or may not be considered entered without inspection, but I threw it in there anyway because you're crossing over the border without a visa.